following the same pattern. The reason for that is look at how it went up. Bombay stock market was less than 30,000 in April last year. So same time, within 1 year, it went up 4,000. So the peak is done. This is called the peak. So in the technical analysis, we call something called head and shoulder. So every time you have this is called the shoulder. You have the head, then you have the shoulder. Meaning it goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. So this was your peak head and shoulder. So it'll keep coming down towards these levels. I think Bombay stock market should come down to at least 29,000. Okay, and I will cover that in this chart more in detail. I wanted to show you. So this chart gives you a good. So you can see. So this is S&P 500, 55 points down, 2%. Then you have Nasdaq 174 points down, 2.3%. Dow Jones down close to 2%, 424. After this 750, 800 points down the previous day. Then you have German stocks down. I mean, every one of the global stocks are down. Okay, the only thing that's up is these guys. Bitcoin is up. Ripple is up. Ethereum is a little lower. Euro currency is up. And gold. That's what I was trying to cover here. Gold is really doing good. So this GLD is what I talked about. This is an ETF. It's paper gold. It's not. It's a digital form. It's like a paper sticker, ticker GLD, but goes up and down when gold goes up. But the real gold price is what we saw earlier. Okay. So this is Bombay stock market. Those of you that have been following me, these are called head and shoulder. So this was the left shoulder, this was the head. It peaked and the head is complete. Now the right shoulder is done and it's come to the support levels of 32,000. So what next? I don't think it's going up, guys. Okay. So as you can see, in 17, it needs to come down till here, which is 25,900, 26,000. So I will give Bombay stock market till 27,000. Okay, it has a long ways to go. So it finished this pattern, so it will be here for some time, then come down till here. Okay, then it has to come down till here. So I think by summer you'll see this 27,000 in the next month or two. It's still a good time to sell if you're holding any stocks. It may go up a little bit because it does this, because I showed you the RSI levels. They were low, so a lot of people will tell buy in dips. So they expect you to buy here and it takes you here, but then it will come down till here. So it has to do this upward movement. I'm sure it will come down till 33, then it will come down to 31. Then it will go up again to 32 and then come down to 29. Then it does this a little bit and then it will come down to 26. Okay. Once it touches 26, depending on the economy and what things are, it may go higher or it may go lower further because this is your lowest point, 20, not even that. So this is what you need to look for. The lowest point for Bombay stock market was 15,000. So technically it can come down till here. Okay, look at people think Bitcoin is a bubble. Bombay stock market is a bigger bubble. It went up from 15,000 till 30,000, doubled, and it's trying to come down. So it will come down here, 25,000. It needs to go up again to 29,000 and then come down till 20,000. If it finishes the wave, or if the economy is doing real bad, it can do a straight line to here. Okay, I don't think this will happen, but that's what this graph is showing, that it needs to come down till 16,000. It will take time. I think it will drop till 25,000 for sure, 26,000 for sure within the next month or so. And from here, whether it goes up a little bit or comes down till 21,000. It depends on the global economy and everything else that's going on. Okay, so that's about Sensex. Next week, what will happen? I think it'll come down till 31. Okay, unless magically something changes, but everything that's going on in the global is downtrend. And I'll show you Dow Jones. Same thing, straight line. Dow Jones is at 10,000. It was at 10,000 2011. So the way this got pumped up is called quantitative easing. There was 3 rounds of quantitative easing where the money was printed and given to the banks to buy stocks. Okay, it's not individual. These were all bought by financial institution and banks. Individuals bought a little bit. They were thinking everything is good, so they were also contributing. But 90%, 80-90% is institutional and bankers. So the people selling here are the top bankers who know it's peaked, and I'm sure most people are still holding. They think that it will magically go up, but everything is pointing down that it will come till 18,000. So it will stop. Okay, let me again. This is, guys, I'm just doing technical analysis. Okay, I'm not here to scare anyone. The data is always accurate, so I'm going with what the data is pointing. Okay, so data is saying that there was a deep fall. I don't think it will magically go up and do a double top. I think everything is pointing that it will come down to 21.8, then to 20,000. Right, you can see this. Whenever you see these are some support levels, because there was a lot of buying, selling happened here. Whenever there's a lot of buying, selling, that's good. Okay, this is only buying, so it will come down. This is only buying. There is no selling from here till here, so it will come down till here. Okay, makes sense. So Dow Jones will have some good support around this level, because you can see this was the earlier peak, and this was where a lot of support was there. This was the earlier resistance and support. So 18,000 is what we are looking at. Maybe within the next few weeks. Okay, will it go further down? Technically it should go down till 8,000, because that's where it started in 2009. Okay, will it go down to that level? Probably not. I think it will probably be around this 14,000. Is it likely? Is it possible? Yes. The way this is falling, yeah, it can come down till here. Whether that will happen or not, we'll have to watch. Okay, I'll do the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, so you know that it's not a thing that's in India or something. Hong Kong was a little better. I like this because it finished its peaks and valleys. Okay, so now it's doing the next one, so it may stop here. Okay, so Hong Kong is a lot better than India and Dow Jones. India and Dow Jones didn't have this. Yeah, the stock markets need to do this. You'll see that in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is good because it's dictated by markets, but Dow Jones was dictated by bankers, not by markets. So they had good funds. They kept buying, right? So there was not much dips except here. There was a little bit, but as you can see, from 7,000 it zoomed. 7,000 in 2009 it zoomed. So it's this straight line. It took what, 7 years for it to go from 7,000 to 26,000, 27,000, which is 4 or 5 times in 7 years. So literally it was doubling every 2 years. Okay, so this is where Dow Jones will come down to first 17, 18,000. The next level is here, 13,000. Will it come below that? I'm not too sure. Like I said, it all depends on, because every time this crashes, you're talking of trillions of dollars. It's called wealth transfer. The guys who are selling here are not, people who are holding are losing money, but the guys who are selling at highs. This is like folks who sold their Bitcoin at 20,000. Let me explain that. Those of us that were in Bitcoin, so So Bitcoin is similar. See, it went up straight line. Bitcoin doesn't have much data. So Bitcoin went up here. People who sold in this level were the luckier ones, because now Bitcoin is doing what I just talked about. Let me show. So this is what is happening to the stock. So it is coming down like this. So it may go up a little bit, then come down like this. So the stocks have to do this. This is a free market. Bitcoin also went up. So everything that goes up has to come down. So now Bitcoin is trying to find its sweet spot. So if you draw a straight line here, right? So it will go up till like this 10,000, and then settle down around this 9, and then it'll shoot up, because this was happening. If you look at the timing of this is happening where the stock market is crashing. So the Bitcoin should take off if the investment from stocks come in here. Okay, so let us look at this is the German stocks. I like this. The German stocks are better than the Bombay stock market or Dow Jones, because they had this dip, so it will not fall as quickly. It has this broader spread, as you can see. Okay, so it will go up a bit and then come down till here. So it had the straight line crash, but then it stopped here because of this. So Dow Jones did not have this, or Bombay Stock Exchange did not have this, meaning it didn't crash in the last. Bombay Stock Exchange or Dow Jones, it's a straight line. It did not crash. So this is the double top. It is coming down here. So then it will do a little bit and come down here. So if it goes up quick, it will come quick. That's what I'm trying to cover. Okay. Same with Sensex. It was straight line. There was a minor blip here, so that's why it stopped here. So it may come down till here. Okay. I'm not sure what else to cover, but I thought I covered most of it. So let's look at Bitcoin more in depth. So in case you guys are wondering what these things are, these are called buys in GDEX, and these are called sells. So people want to sell here, and this is where we are right now, midpoint at 9,000. So nobody is either buying or selling. People who want to buy at lower levels. So there are a lot of volume here at 8,700. People want to buy at 8,700, and most folks here, they want to sell at 9,000, not at 899. So $1 difference. Okay, that's what these things mean. And here is the live pricing of Bitcoin. People want to buy at 8899, close to 9,000. The guy who wants to sell, so there's a 1 cent spread, and these are the volumes. Okay, so people are trying to sell at these levels. There's no buyers here. Okay, so then it will come down till here. Here you can see some buyers. So that's basically what it is. Okay, it's still good though. So if somebody says it will crash, no, there are a lot of buyers and sellers for Bitcoin. It's not like stocks. Okay, Bitcoin is individual investors, and stocks is more banks and institutions. So they take profits and they sell it. What else do I want to do? Okay, let's look at a few more things. Let's look at cryptos. Okay, we did the Bitcoin. Let me do the. This was a big scam, I would say. Ripple was around just 20 cents for like long period. You can see Ripple was from June till October. Ripple was at 20-30 cents. Then suddenly, from the bankers took on and the CNBC took on, they decided to pump Ripple. So Ripple moved from 20 cents to $3, which is 1,500%. And people thought it will go to $10, and they got ripped off, because there are 100 million ripples, which is a lot of ripples. 100 billion.